there. He thinks that it will take over at least down here, and heck, even for that matter, all around Houston. I mean, I'm not the only salesman.
It's hot everywhere. This would be great everywhere.
Yeah. It's going to be a perfect beer for the backyard, the pool. You want to hang out on, you got a picnic or anything like that. It's a perfect beer for that. It's what it's meant to be, an easy, sessionable beer.
And it's perfect timing, too, because we're pretty much reaching summer.
Right. It's starting to get warm out. And you guys have a canning line, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, there's a new collab coming out, right?
Oh yeah, there is. Bobby said that you've already put yourself on that list, Sylvia.
Yeah, I'm in for full allotment. I'm getting 2 cases.
All right, so
well, actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break. Okay. We're gonna keep the listeners on edge.
Okay.
So we're gonna take a break, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna jump right on that topic.
All right, cool.
They're all we could afford. The Galactic Coast Power Hour. More with these two in just a minute.
What would you like from your bank or credit union? How about a mobile app that makes banking simple? How about free online banking and mobile bill pay? How about loan decisions made locally? How about 15 convenient locations? Associated Credit Union of Texas has all of these and more. Sounds like you should get associated. ACU of Texas, federally insured by the NCUA. For more What would you like from your bank or credit union? How about a mobile app that makes banking simple? How about free online banking and mobile bill pay? How about loan decisions made locally? How about 15 convenient locations? Associated Credit Union of Texas has all of these and more. Sounds like you should get associated. ACU of Texas, federally insured by the NCUA. For more info, visit acutx.org. Lamont Brands is a veteran-owned business serving the Houston, Clear Lake area and beyond. Their in-house capabilities include screen printing, embroidery, rhinestones, heat press transfers, and thermal flex design, as well as e-commerce solutions and on-site fulfillment. If you're looking to brand your business through custom apparel and or promotional products, Lamont Brands should be your first and only call. Lamont Brands is located at 920 Gemini in Houston. Give them a call at 281-286-7553 or visit them online at lamontbrands.com.
Hey, it's Adam Smasher, and ClearLakeToday.com is where I go to find restaurants, events, entertainment, services, and more in the Clear Lake and Bay Area. If you're looking to find a certain business in the Clear Lake area, you need to check ClearLakeToday.com. Now, if you are a business in the Clear Lake and Bay Area, make sure your business info is on ClearLakeToday.com. To advertise your business, contact Doug Meisinger by emailing doug@clearlaketoday.com.
Did you miss us? We're back. Live from the ACU of Texas studios, the Galactic Coast Power Hour with John Ennis and Mighty Mike Taylor.
That is right. This is the Galactic Coast Power Hour, and we're hosting a bottle share. And visiting with R.C. Linderman from Beer Tasting Houston and Jonathan Pena from Backview Brewing.
Also from Beer Tasting Houston.
And also, you're an admin, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Graduated.
Recent admin.
Yep.
Beginning of the
That's
year.
right. We've got some admins, moderators. I think there might be a visual storyteller, a conversation starter over there. I mean, there's a.
Who knows who's over there now?
We got a number of people.
Yeah,
we're
probably
have a grand old time.
Yeah, we're not even sure who all showed up.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
But
I think there's at least one taster of the week, beer taster of the week.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think there's two.
There's two for sure.
Yeah. So before I cut, we went to break. You were about to tell us a little bit about this collab that's coming up over at Backview.
Yes, sir. So what we've got coming up that was dropped this morning, well, it finally got release details on it, would be the Backview Brewing and Nobi Public House collaboration. Channing over there at Nobi became good friends with Bobby. For the Nobi anniversary party, they had brewed a beer that was set to be released at the Nobi anniversary a couple months back, and it's a New England-style traditional German Pilsner.
Is this the first New England style that Back Pew's done? I know. For a long time, Bobby said he would not do a New England style.
So I think last year was this hazy or whatever was during December last year. So
that's right. Okay.
Yeah, so technically a redo
after we had him on the show.
So that was all the Snowy collaboration that they're doing right now is the same exact thing, the same recipe that they did for the anniversary. It was just so well received that they figured, why the hell not? We'll throw it in cans, and I think the plan is to send Channing over a couple of kegs and let him bask in the glory that was his hazy idea that he convinced Bobby. Because y'all know Bobby, he is very old school.
He loves his German lagers.
He's old school in his ways, and there's nothing wrong with that. But he said, I will not do it hazy, and I don't know what kind of dinner Channing swooned him with, but they got him on board. But so it's
we'll just let our imaginations go from there.
Yeah. So you see, if the label.
Although Channing's he's kind of the king of the collaborations. He's done collaborations with a lot of people. I mean,
Holler.
It's been an impressive list. Yeah. Galveston Island. Yeah. Yep. I mean. I think there's more than that.
But so the way this will work is they're setting up a pre-sale, an Eventbrite page.
Okay.
The pre-sale for the cans will go live Monday at 10 a.m. and there will be a 2-case allotment per person, and you can pick those up at the brewery that following Saturday, which I believe is the 18th. So you pre-sale Monday the 13th at 10 a.m. And the sale at the brewery starts at 11 a.m. that following Saturday. There's 200 cases total. 150 of them are going to be for pre-sale. 50 will be available for walk-up sales. So if you don't get a chance to get in on the pre-sale Monday morning, or you forgot, or you just got lazy,
head to Porter.
Shoot up 59.
Yeah, we call it South Dallas, but actually that's South Lufkin. Yeah, Conroe, South Dallas.
I just tell everyone north of Humble. I said, for those familiar with Ingenious or Spindle Tap Breweries,
well, that's what I was just going to say.
Drive 10 more minutes up the road.
That's exactly what I was going to say. So if you're in that area already drinking beer, it's Spindle Tap or at Ingenious, it's a quick drive up the road.
There's also Megaton now, or Megatron, or the one in Kingwood, right? There's a couple.
Megaton,
Megaton.
Also they're a new one.
There's some new ones.
But I think the facility at Back Pew is probably their tap room is fantastic.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I mean, they've got this beautiful back area with a stage, and just tons of space. Very, very kid friendly, pet friendly, beautiful.
Yeah, it's an old church building.
Yeah, the story. I remember when Bobby came and told the whole story about the church and everything. You should, if you're listening at home, you should pull up one of our archives. Forgot which episode it was, but probably about episode 30 or so. But yeah, I mean, it's a really cool story behind the whole history of that building. Being a former church and everything. Yeah, so and of course that's Back Pew. That's what the name's kind of from.
Yeah, so everyone's like, "Oh, Back Pew, is that kind of like a church?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's actually an old church building. As soon as you pull up, you recognize it. You see everything. You got the little steeple, and you walk inside, and there's pews lined up around the inside perimeter. But yeah, like Sylvia said, the outside, it's a perfect Saturday destination when the weather's just right. Trees everywhere. There's picnic tables spaced out all across the property. They've got bands out there on Friday nights, Saturdays. They've got a food truck, so it's a perfect time to take your kids out there. Take your dogs, let the kids run loose, unleash the dogs. Mom and dad drink a beer, listen to the band play, eat some food, and head on home.
Nice.
So
Bobby doesn't know this, but we're going to have a gathering up there for the release. We got to make a big deal about this. This is a pretty big deal.
Oh yeah, we got to show him some love.
This is his first can release, and we've got a lot of people excited about it. So I think we're going to gather up some folks and make the trip.
I think the beer tasting Houston community, or anybody in the industry, sees how big of a following we have at a lot of these releases. We do just go and show support. We buy our max allotments. We do our bottle shares, and we support them to the best of our ability. So I think Bobby, although this might be one of the few can releases he does at the brewery in this way, and I'm sure he won't admit it, but I'm sure he'd love to see that kind of support.
Oh, absolutely. We're definitely going to be up there.
All the Haze boys and Haze girls out there. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, that's a good transition because talking about the community and there's a couple. There's obviously lots of Facebook groups that tied into the whole beer scene, but it really seems like the one that's emerged the most locally is the Beer Tasting Houston group. And, RC, I guess I'm not even sure how long ago you started. I'm not even sure how long I've been a member of it. It now dominates my feed. I mean, But yeah, tell us the backstory about that.
I don't even think I know how long ago I started it. It's been a while now, and it kind of stems from I used to trade, and I still am in the Beer Tasting Kansas City group. It's Beer Tasting KC. Really cool people. They do really good things for the community. They support all their local breweries. If someone has a problem in their group, man, they do shares to raise money for them. I mean, they do some really cool stuff. And I saw some of the other beer groups and stuff when I was getting into craft beer, on social media, and it's kind of like, yeah, they're all right, but I think Houston needed a little more out of that, and that's kind of what I made that group for. And it started off real slow, and I never thought it would be a whole lot. And man, over this last, I guess,
probably a year,
2 years, year and a half, something like that, man, it's blown up. And we have a bunch of really cool people. Everybody's real laid back. There's not a lot of
snobbery.
Yeah, there you go. I was trying to search for the best words to use without,
I prefer the term craft beer geek, not craft beer snob.
I don't know, man. That's one thing to be a geek, which means you're like, really in tune with the science and kind of the technology of it. That to me, geek is kind of enthusiast. Yes,
self-proclaimed connoisseur.
But the thing that I like about our group so much is that, yes, there's a lot of people that have been in the scene for a long, long time, and they have a lot of they make themselves known because they can tell the history behind breweries. But I think really what the key thing is our group really attracts the new craft beer crowd, the younger crowd, the ones that we really need to be focusing on, right? Mm-hmm. Because craft beer, I mean, let's face it, how many 21-year-olds do you know that drink craft beer now?
No one.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
I was gonna say I count them on less than one hand.
Right. Exactly. So for me, I think that's where it's going, because we need to keep the younger demographic entertained, and I think
educated
as well. That's a very big portion of it. And there's a lot of people in the group that are willing to share information, to share beers, to just become friends with people that may not be there. It's just very approachable. Everyone's very friendly, and we keep the rules kind of strict. We don't allow a lot of crazy things to happen because we want it to be approachable. We want people to understand that you don't have to be a craft beer nerd to be in craft beer.
Everybody started somewhere.
You can start, hey, I was drinking Carbach, I was drinking Love Street, and say what you want about big beer, but those people are important to the industry as a whole, because it's a stepping stone in the right direction. They may, drink Carbach for the second year. That's okay.
Hey, I still drink Carbach
I
occasionally.
do too. That's okay.
There's times where that's the best option available.
That's right.
Yeah.
You make do with what you have, and it promotes the industry, it promotes the community, and that's, the breweries, especially the ones here in Houston, we really need to support them, and that's, I think a big focus of our group.
I think another good thing about us is people can ask questions and not be ridiculed.
Right, that's key.
All the folks on there will give good information back, and
I saw someone on the page today asking about
frosty
mug,
frosty mugs.
And there y'all are talking about how it'll help kill the flavor of a beer.
Yeah,
and
the colder the beer.
Some restaurants do it because beers like Bud Light or Mick Ultra or Dos Equis,
you don't want to taste.
There's not a lot of flavor anyway.
29 degrees.
Yeah, and so things like that, people aren't afraid to ask that. To some people, it might seem like a silly question, but someone was genuinely curious, and a few of the admins and a couple of other members chimed in and just kind of enlightened them on the thought process behind why you should or shouldn't have a frosted mug.
Yeah, when it comes to the only stupid question is one you don't ask. If you don't know the information and you want the information, ask the question.
Absolutely.
It's not anything bad. Some of the people on there will know it. If you don't know it, they'll tell you. And we all kind of come from that too. So I started somewhere, Sylvia started somewhere, Jonathan started. You started somewhere.
Heck yeah, I was drinking Budweiser, man.
Yeah,
and I started back before there really was a lot of crap. I mean, you talked about how many 21-year-olds, and actually the exciting thing for 21-year-olds nowadays is this is for the first time in a long time, 21-year-olds now have so many options. When I was 21, we didn't. I mean, I guess technically Shiner was around. I wasn't aware of it at the time. I mean, there really has. We all. People my age, we all drank the big three for a while.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what was available when I was 20.
Pearl in a can.
I guess Sierra Nevada was, but I don't know that Sierra Nevada was even in Texas back when I was 21. I mean, I was.
I think Lone Star was
a long time ago. 25 years ago. But and that's something that I'm really excited about is that this is the first. Now. People that are coming of age, they're going straight into craft right when they turn 21, or maybe a little younger. But Whereas, I mean, we transitioned to craft. We had to go through a whole process, start drinking Shiner and Heineken. I mean, that was the best. Then imports, for a while, imports were strong, so you had a lot of the imports. And then, all of a sudden, St. Arnold's, Amber. And then, now it's like, man, we're spoiled. I mean, there's all these craft breweries came into Texas, and now there's all these craft breweries from Texas. Huge.
I can remember turning 20. Yeah, and I can remember turning 21, and I could walk into a store, and